5 years ago, on the 8th of February 2021, I posted my first video on YouTube. And today I'm here to tell you something that is actually hard for me to say, but I have to say it. I have failed at YouTube. But what happened to me after posting my first video actually surprised me. Because 5 years later, 280 videos published, hundreds of hours planning, filming, and editing late at night, learning everything from scratch, learning as I go, hoping that maybe, just maybe, it would turn into something. But by the 5th anniversary of my channel, not much has changed. No monetization, no breakthrough moment, no nothing, just the hard work that I put in. So the question I ask myself now is, now what? Do I quit YouTube? Do I accept that maybe this is not for me and maybe try something else? There is something about my childhood that shaped the way I showed up on YouTube, and honestly it took me even years to be able to talk about it. So let me take you back to the beginning. Like on that day when I posted my first video on February 8th, 2021, I was terrified. I was scared. Not because the video was perfect or nice or something. I just felt like naked. I just felt like I was being undressed. Like putting myself out there was hard. You see, while growing up, I was bullied a lot. I was bullied about my looks, as told as ugly, more times than I would like to even admit, for sure. I was bullied about my voice. So when I started YouTube, I didn't even want to show my face because I didn't want to be judged one more time. I didn't want to give people another reason to judge me or to bully me again. So I started with food videos, just cooking, no face, just my hands, the ingredients, and the recipes. At the time, I thought if I just stayed consistent for maybe 1 or 2 years, maybe something might happen. But that's not what happened. At the time I started my YouTube channel, I was, not this channel, it's a channel that I stopped posting on last month. At the time I started my channel, I was working at a job I absolutely hated. And if you know, or if you've ever worked at a job you don't like, you know the feeling. You wake up in the morning when you're already tired. A text message from work, a call from work will be like, okay, now again, why are these people calling me? Like, you just don't want to hear anything from there as long as you're out of the workplace. And I used to be at work seated and I'm telling myself, there has to be another way. This can't be the way. So I started YouTube to be like a side hustle. I had a small dream. I just wanted to build like a small community. Not fame, not millions of subscribers, not anything big, really. I just wanted a small community that is engaging, that is, you know, sharing, that is. I also hope that maybe like in 2 years, the channel would start making a little side income to supplement my income. A little side income to support my family a little bit, maybe like some groceries, maybe pay an activity for a child, maybe pay a bill or two, you know, basic stuff. So every week I committed to posting a video. I was putting in at least 16 hours every week from start to finish, like the planning of the video, the planning the recipe, preparing the ingredients, filming, learning how to edit, re-editing, angle, like camera angles, uploading, writing descriptions, you know, all that nitty-gritty of putting up a video. And one thing most people don't realize about food videos is that food videos are very hard to film. They are not simple as they seem to look. Filming is in 3 stages. You have to film the part where you are showing the ingredients, maybe you're prepping them. Then you have to film the actual cooking. Then you have now the final product of what has come out of what you cooked. That's also filming. So it's like filming in 3 batches. Now imagine trying to do that when toddlers are running around, when one is hanging on your tripod, when little hands are trying to touch the camera, when someone is bumping into the frame, or someone is crying in the background. Sometimes I would set up a shot and maybe I'm trying to take a picture of a thumbnail of the food I've just made, and a hand would pop up, like, and maybe touch the food, and I'm like, and I would post a video with no thumbnail because I cannot cook again. For 3 years, I kept posting videos, and finally, something happened. And this made me think that maybe, actually, this might work. After about 3 years, I finally reached 1,000 subscribers. Now, for some of you or for some people, that's too much time. That's too long for 1,000 subscribers. And that's true, for sure. That's too much time for 1,000 subscribers. However, for me, as someone who had struggled a lot, like I was putting out a video every week with less progress, it felt like a big achievement. And indeed it was, because even YouTube recognizes it. Because for me, it at least meant that some people were watching and some people were like paying attention to what I was putting out there. And that made me feel like something good is about to happen. But just when I thought that things might be improving, something happened again. The opposite started happening. The more videos I posted, the less views I got. You think consistency pays off on YouTube, but you start doing it, you continue doing it, but the opposite is happening. And by the time I reached year 4, I was exhausted. My kids were growing, life became busier, and filming food videos became harder and harder. So I thought maybe the problem isn't effort. I thought maybe I should pivot, which I did. And that is the moment I started wondering if the problem maybe isn't YouTube, the problem was my content. So I made a decision that actually terrified me. Yet again, I decided to finally start showing my face. This was one of the scariest things I ever did, given my background, like my childhood. After years of hiding my face, remember now we are in year 4, like it's at the beginning of year 4, at the end of year 3, beginning of year 4 of the channel. After years of hiding my face, now I gathered the courage to actually show my face behind the camera. I started talking about things that mattered to me, things like how to lose weight after having a baby. I started to talk about I'm an immigrant, so I started talking about immigrant life. I've also taught my kids my ethnic language, so I also talked about that, how I did it, how you can do it, how, I was trying to generally encourage immigrants to teach their kids their ethnic language. And then my degree is in economics, and I love talking about money. I love saving. I love budgeting. I love money generally. I love the money talk. So I also talked about that for a while. But all that didn't yield anything tangible. And then I made a deal with myself. This deal would determine the future of my YouTube journey. I said to myself, you are going to continue posting consistently every week until your channel turns 5, which I did. I told myself if nothing changes, then I will stop. So 8th of February came this year, 2026. my channel turned 5 years old. And on February 9th, 2026, I checked my analytics. YouTube requires 4,000 watch hours for you to be able to apply for monetization. I had 800. It was devastating. In that moment, I had to accept something. After 5 years of hard work, perseverance, and showing up for myself, I had failed. Not because I didn't try, not because I didn't work, not because I didn't put in the time, but because sometimes things do not work out. Accepting the truth is powerful. And in that moment, something came to my mind yet again. The voices I had growing up. Failing at YouTube wasn't my hardest part. No, my hardest part was facing the voices in my head that sounded exactly like people who bullied me growing up. The people who said you are ugly, the people who said your voice sounds weird, the people who said you'll never amount to anything. But I refused to let those voices win. So now that I've failed at YouTube, now what? After 5 years of trying, I had a choice to make. I could walk off from YouTube and delete all my videos and assume nothing ever happened. But here's the truth. I still love YouTube. I watch YouTube every day. I still love creating videos. I have learned so much from this platform, from parenting to taxes to like living in a new country to childbirth classes. Like I've learned a lot from YouTube. So instead of quitting completely, I've decided to start over yet again. A new channel. This one I'm speaking on right now. And this time I'm focusing on only one thing: money management as an immigrant. Like budgeting, saving, investing, have a better financial life in a new country. I know some people won't like my accent. Some people won't relate to my story. But I as well know that some people will, especially immigrants. And for now, that's enough for me. For now, I'm going to keep showing up, not to prove anything to my bullies, but to prove something for myself. I cannot let the people who bullied my looks, who bullied my voice, win. This channel might be new and small right now, but it's built on perseverance, it's built on courage, it's built on second chances, and it's built on starting over again. So if you believe in second chances, rebuilding again, if you want to learn how to manage your money better as an immigrant, as a mom, as a dad, subscribe to my channel and see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.